Hey everybody, and welcome to Foundations. Today we're going to be learning a couple of new poses. The first one is Ego Pose, and the second one is Cow Face Pose. Or you could call Ego Pose Garudasana, and Cow Face Pose is Gomukhasana, for those of you who are curious about the Sanskrit. The only prop I'm using today is a strap, a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, don't turn off the video. Pause it, maybe go find a belt or a scarf or something. But even if you don't have those things, you don't need them, and I can show you a workaround. So let's get started. Pause the video if you need to get settled in, and we will begin. We're going to start standing today and move into Garudasana Ego Pose. So this is a standing pose, and we've done a few standing poses before. And some people consider it a challenging pose, but what is a challenging pose is different for every person. Somebody might think pigeon pose is really easy, but I find pigeon pose really hard. I'm going to teach it to you, and be gentle on yourself. You know, it may not be the easiest thing. Standing poses tend to be hard for me. I'm always losing my balance. But if you do lose your balance, know that you're not alone, and we just pick ourselves up and start again. All right, this is actually a beginner's, part of the beginner's Bikram sequence, so I think it's pretty appropriate for a beginner's class. It's a great standing pose to start with. I'm gonna stand first on my, let's start with my good leg, my left leg, and because I'm mirroring you, it's actually my right leg. Which is just a lot more stable and strong. And you'll find as you practice yoga more and more, you'll start to learn things about your body. You'll learn like, oh, this pose is easier on this side than the other one. That's my favorite side, but just be gentle with the side that's not your favorite. Be forgiving. So standing on your left leg, I'm gonna come up onto the toes, and we'll move into this really gently. So bend, go ahead and bend in the left leg and maybe bounce up and down a little bit, warming up that leg, the standing leg. Good. And now see if you can activate the glute in the standing leg. All right, so I'm gonna cross this right leg up and over, knees are bent. And you can start with just your toes on the ground here. So that can help you start to ease into finding your balance. If you found it, you can lift the toes and start to wrap the legs. They don't have to like go all the way, but even if your toes are just crossing over like that, that's a great place to be. Good, so both legs are bent here, and I'm sinking down a little bit. There's a little wobble, that's okay. Try to really activate the glute in the standing leg. All right, and I'm gonna add arms. So if you are like, ooh, that's enough for me, stopping right there, you can just keep hands on hips, or maybe hands in prayer. That's a good next step. And then you can also move into giving yourself a hug. So my left leg is on top. I'm gonna bring my, oh my goodness, brain work please. My right arm underneath my left arm and wrap my arms around for a hug. You can stay there, or you can start to wrap the arms, and eventually palms come to touch. And you lift the elbows up if you've got the arms wrapped. And we're in Eagle Pose, so we've been there for quite a while. Let's go ahead and let it go. Whew. Like I said, standing poses are actually really hard for me, but they're really good for you. They're very good for me, so I practice them anyway, even though it's hard. All right, so let's stand on the other leg now. Standing on the right leg. Go ahead and work your way into that leg. Cross your left leg up and over. You can keep the toes on the ground or start to wrap the legs. Hands can be on hips. Maybe moving it a step further. And then this time, my left arm comes under for either a hug, or you can start to wrap the arms. If you're wrapping the arms, lift the elbows. Good. All right, just holding here and continue to breathe. It's so tempting in these standing poses to hold the breath, but don't hold the breath, keep breathing. Find your strength in your breath. Good, unwind everything, and we'll just kind of shake it out, let it go. Woo. Legs feel nice and warm now. And we're gonna come down onto the mat for Gomukhasana, which is a seated pose. So Gomukhasana is cow face pose. And we're gonna start with the legs. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my legs out in front of me. You can sit on a blanket if that helps you sit up a little straighter. Let's start with bringing this right leg in here. So I've got my heel over here by my hip, and I'm gonna cross this leg over. So this bottom leg can actually be straight. This is like half cow legs, half cow face. Or you can move into the fuller version of the pose. So this is the pose. Again, some poses are poses that feel easy to you, but it might feel hard for another person, or vice versa. Just try not to judge yourself too harshly. I really love this pose. It's great for opening the outer hips. And then I'll add the arms here. I'm gonna turn around so you can see this from behind. Just do a little maneuvering here. Good. All right, so to add the arms, reach your arm up. You can bring your hand to your elbow and just stop here for a tricep stretch. And that feels nice. Just opening up through the triceps right here. And you want to press your head back into your elbow. So I've got my left leg on top here, and this is my right arm that's bent like this. And then if you want to move fuller into the fuller version of the arms, you will reach your left arm out to the side, bend at the elbow, and this is where you can use a strap. I'll show you with the strap here. With a strap, you kind of bridge that distance like this. So that's how you add a prop in. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. You can reach up and grab your shirt so you can kind of hang on like this. If you've got a lot of space here and openness, you can go ahead and interlock the fingers. But remember to sit up straight. Your head is pressing back into the elbow to find openness in the arms, in the shoulder. And we'll release the arms. I'm gonna just turn back around as I unwind the legs. All right, so let's just switch sides. So my bottom leg this time is the left leg, top leg is the right leg. Bottom leg can be straight out in front of you, or the knee can be bent. Good. All right, so this time my left arm reaches up. You can grab your strap if you want to use it. And right arm comes up. I'm going to start in a tricep stretch. And then I'm going to add the bottom arm into it. So this time it's my left arm on top and my right arm is reaching back, either clasping onto the shirt or the strap or interlocking fingers. So this is the full pose here, cow face pose, which I usually just call Gomukhasana, just because. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. And we will release, unwinding the legs, just coming back to a seat. Well, that's it for today, just a short little video. Feel free to play it again. I hope it was informative, and I am happy to see you next time. Namaste.